Hi everyone, welcome to Color Conversations with Crawford Street. I'm Tanner, and if you are looking for a very light color that has great warmth to it and also great adaptability to its surroundings, then you're here for the right conversation. Today's color is Sherwin-Williams 7568 Neutral Ground. It even has like a great name. Like, if that's what you're here for, I need a light color that is warm but is very subtle, then this is a great start. I love the name Neutral Ground actually because I think of it kind of like a neutralizer. And in the projects that we have used this in particular, we used it as like a neutralizing color. So like one project had very unique brick that was originally there in the 70s, and it was almost yellowy orange brick, but it was very loved by the homeowner. They, however, wanted new flooring and wanted it to feel very updated and modern. So the new flooring had much more of more muted palette than the richness and the saturated palette from the stone, from the brick. And so this is what we put on the walls because it was muted enough, it was ashy enough to pull into that floor, that new floor, but it also had great warmth enough to where even a bit of yellow to pull into that very unique color of fireplace. And another time that this worked for us was the homeowners had very, very raw like pine shiplap all around the fireplace. So it was a big focal point right in their living room. And they too needed a wall color that would kind of incorporate a more modern palette of decor and furniture. They didn't want everything to feel so pine honey colored like the wood walls were. So this was a great neutralizer for a wall color. It really allowed them to then pull in blacks and grays and even blues and everything into the palette while still tying into that very yellow and honey wood. So again, it's I didn't even say it's LRV. It's LRV 70. So it's light, but you can see it's not white. I mean, it's going to give a nice bit of color. You're gonna see undertone. It's not gonna feel flat like just a base white color, which is, like I said, when we used it for the walls in both places, the trim was still lighter. So there was still a good, differentiation between wall and trim color like this. So, it's not white. However, if you were to use this in a palette that was mostly deeps, or if this is your lightest in your palette, it is going to read white. You know what I mean? And it is light enough and it's neutral enough to really do the same thing that white is going to do. So if that's what you're needing it to do, is actually be your trim color, then that's okay. It's going to still give the effect of light white. But like I said, when compared to white, you can actually see how much color it holds. And it's a beautiful color. Like I said, it's neutral and it has really great like sun-kissed warmth, like on wall color, especially where there's natural light coming in. It just feels nice. It just feels like not stark white, like there's just some pretty sun that's hit it. But it's not too yellow to where you're getting into like, wow, that's ultra creamy, or that's very like antique-y colored. It's not. So like I said, it's a very great neutralizing color. And that's when we've really found this to be super helpful. And it's not a very standout color. So it's not like I can give you a whole bunch of parameters on it, because it really is going to actually incorporate itself into a lot of palettes very easily because it's neutral ground. So if this is your base color or your accent color and you already have some components, like you already have certain floors that you're not going to change, you already have certain cabinet color that you're not going to change, but you're looking for a subtle color to bring into your palette somewhere, this is a great one that's really just going to infuse itself and play nicely with everything else, with lights, with darks, cools, warms. It's really going to be a nice neutral tone with a little bit, like I said, a little bit of yellow. So do know that it's going to pull creamy, but not like I said, not antique-y creamy, you know, not too into the yellows. It's a great just stepping stone into that real creamy effect. You know, you're not quite getting into full color or anything, but it's not white, and it gives you a good depth away from white if you're incorporating it into a palette with white. And again, if you're not and this is your lightest color, it's also a great accent color, great highlighting color, because again, it's going to highlight dark well, cool well, other lights well, warms well, and it's also going to play really awesome with most building components, brick and stone and fencing and you know, metal. It's going to actually look really nice if you're looking for the exterior. Again, since it's got that little bit of yellow, where it has natural light coming on it, it's going to even feel more rich, more creamy when that light's directly on it. So just know that, which you might like. But if this sounds like your project or what you're looking for or what you're needing color to do, then start with neutral ground and see if that would fulfill your needs for your color palette. You know, whether this is, like I said, if this is your starting point and this is going to be kind of your main color, and now you can go add color around it, great. And if this is like the last point that you're going for, you've already got all your colors and you just need something that's light or that's subtle to, you know, just a fourth color to bring into a palette to give some contrast between your deepest or something like that, then this is just such a nice one that's not going to fight with any other colors. It's really going to let everything else play off of it well. So again, if you've got another color that's maybe a blue or a green that you love and you're like, well, I want that, I don't want to take away from that color, balance it with something that's a neutral tone. You know, it's not gray and it's not white, it's not stark, and it's not deep. It's a really great, like I said, it's a great neutralizer for the palette so that other colors can stand out, or you can bring things together and it'll kind of merge them. And if you need help incorporating this into your palette or where it would be applied in your space or property, let us know, reach out. Our contact information is in the description. And if you need help kind of adjusting from this color, like maybe you want it a little bit further away from white, a little bit more into yellow, a little more into gray, or a little more into grayish, even like some brown undertone, let us know. We'd love to help you or give you suggestions. If you've used this color and you want to share your project with us, that's awesome. We would absolutely be thrilled and honored that you would do so. Please feel free to just email us a picture and say, this is it, this is how it turned out, I love it. Or tell us if it didn't work and how you're readjusting. You know, like I said, color is an adventure. It always is a process. So if we can help be any part of that, then we'd love to. And if you'd want to have more color conversations, then subscribe and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.